you kind of dream about this moment all your life. Um, in fact, you've dedicated everything. You sacrificed weekends. Your parents have sacrificed weekend after weekend, traveling, doing this and that, just to be able to get to this point. So it is a relief, and it's a wonderful opportunity for myself and my family.
Can you explain that initial exhilaration that you felt? Because everyone saw that video with you and Sterling in the locker room. Like, what was going on there? Just kind of play by play that for us.
Um, I was just talking to my agent Zeke, and then my teammates, my brother Shep, and those guys just just started clowning around, and it feels that much better when your brothers are there for you and they're riding with you and they're behind you. It just was a special moment. I'll definitely remember that.
What does the title of highest paid wide receiver, what does that mean to you?
I just wanted to get the contract done. Whatever was going to happen with it was going to happen. It's not like it's going to change the way that I want to play and the way that I want to perform. So, more like I said, relieved to get it done and just be able to, start a new chapter of my life. It's exciting though, and I'm very thankful for where I'm at. So.
Odell,
What
from
did
the
you think
outside
when all
looking
those other
in,
wide receivers?
from the outside looking from the outside looking in, it looked like it was a fairly smooth negotiation. I'm sure there were a few bumps here and there, but can you just talk about the relationship with Pat Shermer and how, how important it was for him to build a relationship with you and kind of help this along?
Since the day we were in LA and we met up early in the morning, I drove out there to see him, and just from the minute we sat down and talked, even knowing when we hired him, kind of I had asked Diggs and those other guys about him, and just the relationship we've been able to build has been really amazing for me. It's been really beneficial. Kind of reminds me of the relationship I had with my high school coach, who was just somebody who I still talk to this day. Kind of a guy who taught me to be a man and do these things. So the relationship that we have is very good. I love everything he's done since he's walked in the building, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Did you ever doubt that this would happen?
Nah, I felt like it was gonna happen. Like I said, God's plan is what it was gonna be. So it just was a matter of when. I knew that I was already taken care of before this happened, and like I said, I was just happy that it did happen.
What went through this contract? Do you think this contract puts extra responsibility on you as far as being a leader and living up to such a contract?
I don't know if it puts any extra that I haven't already put on myself. Coming in early in the early in training camp and being able to be here and knowing where I'm at in life and knowing that I do need to be a leader, and there are guys that are watching me, and I need to be there to, on days that I may not be doing that, at least be bringing energy somewhere else. So I don't know if it's any extra responsibility that I didn't already, kind of put on myself going into this year 5, being a vet. I couldn't say it was any extra, but I know that my goals are, if not the same, higher. I just want to be able to be my very, very best.
Odell, there's a select number of players in this franchise history, LT, Eli, Phil Simms, who are revered by fans. This gives you an opportunity to get there. How much does that mean to you to be able to get your name on that list?
That's a great list to be mentioned in, and the Giants fans are I love them. I love them. Everybody who's supported me wearing the 13 jersey, everybody who's a Giants fan, they're diehard Giants fans. And that love and support that they've given me since I walked into the building has allowed me to be able to go out there and try it. It's extra motivation. It's extra motivation to go harder. So to be able to be mentioned with those guys and hopefully be able to do things that they did, hang up banners, that's always the goal.
What was your role in the negotiations, and what was important to you?
What was important? I really let Zeke handle a lot of it. The most important thing for me to do was be able to be out here, be able to run, be able to practice, be able to do all these things, and just kind of not worry about it in a sense. Like, I can't say that I wasn't worried about it because it was in the back of your head. There's no way that you can't not worry about it, but just knowing that it was going to be all right, it was going to get worked out, and just kind of put that trust in the man above, Zeke, and the Giants to all get it done, and it happened, right on time.
Was
Odell,
there
when
any
you were out
point
here
where you
practicing-
were worried that it might not get done by the start of the season?
Nah, I mean, season's very, very close, but ultimately, if it was a day before, if it was 2 days before, I had no doubt that it was going to get done. I'm just happy that it's done and it's over with, and now, you can move on and be great and do all those things that I've always dreamed of doing.
What does it mean to you, Odell, that your teammates were so happy for you?
Like I said, that was everything for me. Like Shep, to cut on the music from the All About the Benjamins and just be able to vibe with those guys. That's something that I feel like in the past, not necessarily we didn't have the same chemistry or same bond, but I could feel more a part of this place. So to have them happy for you, I mean, you can't ask for much more. It'd be the same if the shoe was on the other foot. So.
Odell, so much was made about the comments you made, I guess it was last year, about being the highest paid player in the league and everything else. But did your perspective change at all in the last year about a contract and what that meant for you in your legacy?
You see Matt Ryan get his contract, and then you kind of, you have to snap back to reality and, be realistic. He came and set the bar very high, so it just was a matter of getting what you feel like you earned and deserved, and I think it's very fair on both ends what we've done here, and I think we're both happy and just excited about this season and be able to, keep building on it and keep getting better. So I'm just excited,
You've talked in the past about what you want your legacy to be, and there was a time, I guess, last year that people felt the contract would be your legacy. Do you feel that it's more than that right now?
Yeah, I think it's always was going to be more than that. It's like you always have steps. For example, like anytime you have adversity in life and you have those moments, you're like, I don't know how I'm ever going to overcome this. How am I ever going to get past this? And then you move on, and you do get past it. And then another one comes, and you're like, I don't know how I'm ever going to, and you move on. This is kind of the same. There's always little steps and chapters, whether it's Super Bowl, whether it's the contract, whether it's those things. But these moments come, they happen, and then, hopefully win a couple Super Bowls, and it's not the contract that was the big thing. Now it's it's just little things that kind of happen in life that are steps for where you're going.
But Jim Mara had said that it was important to him that you showed signs of maturity this offseason. He harped on that a little bit. How do you feel you've matured, and did you feel like you needed to show them that?
You see this polo? Yeah, I'm growing up, man. I'm growing up. Just honestly, it just was something that, I'm not so say proud of anything that's, ever happened, but I'm able to, take everything that's happened for me and make myself into a man and learn from those mistakes and be able to look myself in the mirror and have to deal with those things. So this has been it wasn't the best thing that happened to me with the ankle, but what I got to learn and take and grow from was everything that I needed in my life. And now I'm able to, take that and keep going forward and just be the best me that I could be.
Odell, you said the contract wasn't there.
Say it again.
Going back, when you initially hurt your ankle, did you have any doubts at that moment saying, whoa, this day might not come?
No, I didn't know if it was going to be this year, next year. I knew that at some point in time in my life, this was going to happen. I worked too hard. I dedicated my entire life to this game, passed up on other sports to play this one. There was no doubt that it was going to happen. Yes, it was scary when it happens and that all runs through your head. And I think that's the best part about this is now that I don't have to worry. Now I can go out there 100% because some guys you're out there playing and you're thinking about a contract. You're like, oh, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to do this. And now that it's behind me, it feel like there's no worries. It's a weight lifted off my shoulder.
But Odell, to follow up on that, you have been practicing hard with that risk before the contract was in place. How much was the risk a factor on your mind, but also just trying to prove to the team that you're doing the right thing?
Calculated risk. You know what you get when you're out there. You're competing against your teammates. Going against Eli Apple every day. He knows that I'm coming off the same thing, the ankle injury, the rehab, all these things. So same way I'm not going to put myself in harm's way, he's not going to try and do anything to risk that as well. So it was a collective effort coming from these guys, being able to come here, slowly build yourself up, compete against them, jump in here and there. And I've always practiced hard. Even when we were at LSU, Jarvis and I, I remember certain periods, I know that it was 8, 9 plays, and I'm going 8, 9 plays in a row, and I know that the ball is coming there every single time. If we didn't get it right, coach was going to repeat it. They have the GPS trackers on us. My player load's always been high. I feel like I practice that hard, so that way when it comes to the game time, it's nothing. It's easier, if anything, than anything I've already done the whole week.
There are guys who get a big contract and they tail off because they're set for life. I mean, have you talked to yourself and said, hey, not going to be me?
Yeah, I don't think that's ever been a plan. Like I said, this is kind of just something that you get out the way. Honestly, it sounds crazy enough, but I don't feel like I've done anything really since I've been here. It's not what I have goals for myself. I don't feel like I've been able to truly achieve them, even with the success that I've had. It's not really where I want to be. Like I said, before I was even in the NFL, I want to be legendary. Not about, the money is great. You can take care of your family. You can take care of kids one day that you'll possibly have. But my goal was always to be in the Hall of Fame, to win trophies, to be able to leave a legacy that'll be remembered way past any money that you make.
Odell, in the 5 years I've known you, I've never seen you have so much fun as you have had during this past month of training camp. Playing to the fans like I'd never seen you play even before.
Yeah.
How important was that for you to have that kind of fun despite the drama of the contract?
I think it just happened with life, and being in the position that I was in. I know I bring this up all the time, but I really remember last year I was just getting into a new spot, and it was literally the week that I was getting into the new spot, I broke my ankle. So I'm back in that same house with different memories, and as I walk up the steps now, I'm sitting there, and I remember those nights falling asleep downstairs, going to get up, and you can't put no pressure on your foot, having to crawl upstairs. Once you see everything flash in front of you, you kind of have a different perspective, a different outlook on life, and I just feel back to myself and having fun and being able to bring energy and light where it needs to be shined, and truly thankful for him putting me back together. Honestly, it was a long process. My agent was talking to me about it last night, as y'all know. I won't tell you the story, but he blew both his knees out bad. You can't make this up, but he was just saying how much he appreciates how hard I worked at rehab, because he's going through rehab as well right now, and sees, there's days where you're going to be frustrated, there's days where you're going to be down, but you just keep fighting, and I'm here where I'm at today because I kept fighting. So it's just a lot that went on that, it makes you open your eyes a little bit.
Last one, guys.
Does it make you emotional to think Jarvis posted that picture of you and him when you were, 5 years old? Yeah. When you look at a picture like that and you see what you and he have accomplished, what goes through your mind?
Everything. Everything that I ever talked about from the minute I took a drive down to Tuscaloosa to go to a 7-on-7 with him and a couple other guys. Amir Abdullah was on the team. There was a couple people there, and I looked Jarvis in his eyes, and I told him, I want to be on the same team as you. I want to do some legendary things. And honestly, he was one of the first people I called, because without him, I truly don't know where I would be at in life. I know that I was always going to be, good at football, but when it came to legendary, it came to work, and it came to the extra reps, it came to staying after. It was really all something I learned from him. And I'm so happy that, when it was his day, how happy I was. I felt like it was my own. Truly amazing story how far we've came, and I love him to death, and I can't thank him enough for everything.